This is McCook's Mr. Bilson. Honored to have you here. Memorial Day weekend 2020. Can you imagine it being any crazier than what we've seen so far this year? Yeah, who'd have thought? With that in mind though, it's still a weekend to enjoy yourselves and get out, and I hope you get to in your state. Hopefully they haven't locked you down. But also to remember those that gave their lives for this country. A number of wars did that, but we'll speak of World War II if you don't mind. In World War II, well over 300,000 American soldiers died. Over 300,000 to keep us free and to stop the evil of dictatorship and tyranny around the world. 300,000 plus. Wow. Most of them were killed in combat, but more than you might think were killed by accidents. I said accidents was the number 2 killer. Number 3 killer was disease. And of the diseases, syphilis was number 1 in killing soldiers in World War II. But let's talk about accidents, because I know of a personal one that my father talked about. In World War II, when it started, he was one of the first drafted in that war. In fact, he had 5,000 men go to basic training with him, and they got 2 weeks basic training, and somebody with brass on their shoulders came in and said, "We can't wait. Take this 5,000 men and ship them, go through live fire tests tonight, and then ship them up on the rails out to New York City and out on a gray ghost ship, zigzagging every 7 minutes, hoping to keep a German from putting a torpedo in you, because nobody had come help. Nobody had come help you." And he got over to Africa in time for the first battle that was fought over there. Yeah. But the live fire test that they did is my story. Dad said that live fire test was a 50-pound field pack and a rifle, crawling on your belly for 100 yards in the middle of the night, pitch dark, and above you was at 3 foot height was barbed wire strung along there all the way around, barbed wire. And above that, the 50 caliber machine guns at the end of the course were firing, constant crisscrossing. Yeah, 50 caliber machine guns blazing away as you crawled through the course. Yeah. He said he got about halfway through the course, and he said the guy beside him started flopping around. He couldn't understand why. He thought he just went nuts, and he reached over trying to grab him. Now he was a big man, and on the other side of this guy that was flopping around was also another big man. Both of them should have been able to hold him down, but they couldn't. They said that normal sized guy had strength that you couldn't imagine. They found out later that he had an epileptic seizure, which made him super strong and nearly impossible to hang on to, and he did get his head above the barbed wire, and a 50 caliber made a big hole in his head, to say the least, and down he came, covering them in blood, covering them in blood. My father crawled out the side and then ran down the course and told them to shut off their machine guns. They just killed somebody. That was the first person my father said he ever saw killed in World War II. He saw an awful lot more after that, but that was the first, and it was by accident. Yeah. So we honor them all that went to that war and never came home. And for all of the other wars as well. Thank you for your time.